Hello and welcome. I'm Anisha Nair Dhawan and you're watching GMO Media presents India's finest workplaces. Today we're talking about an organization that is catalyzing the global energy transition, helping the world move away from polluting fossil fuels by providing efficient and cost-effective green energy solutions. I'm talking about none other than Hero Future Energies. Established in 2012, Hero Future Energies or HFE is a leading renewable energy provider focused on partnering both utility as well as commercial and industrial customers globally in their journey towards net zero emissions. The company, founded and led by Chairman and Managing Director Mr. Rahul Munjal, is an independent power producer (IPP) with a project portfolio of 2.2 gigawatt across wind, grid-connected solar, and solar rooftop, and another 2 gigawatt capacity under development globally.
So I've been looking at renewable energy for almost 12 or 13 years, and I've always been very passionate about the environment. And one could see the writing was on the wall that the environment, the planet needed help, needed our help. We had to do something. And when I realized you could do a business where you could do a for-profit business where you could make money, at the same time you could do the world could benefit, the planet could benefit from it, I took the opportunity. I thought it was a fantastic thing to do, to get into an impact business where you can make the world a better place, do the right thing, but at the same time, make it a business. I'm so happy India has a net zero target, so does the rest of the world. As you all know, we do need a net zero target right away. And to achieve this net zero target, decarbonization is most important. We need to decarbonize three parts. We need to decarbonize our electricity grid, we need to decarbonize our mobility, and we need to decarbonize hard-to-abate sectors. And for us to achieve a net zero target, for India to achieve a net zero target, companies like Hero Future Energies play a big role.
The company plans to invest progressively in production of firm, dispatchable, round-the-clock green power, wind, solar hybrids, open access solar for C&I sector, and emerging technologies such as energy storage and green hydrogen over the next few years in India and internationally. The company is the renewable energy arm of the illustrious Hero Group, an Indian conglomerate of global repute, best known for Hero MotoCorp, the world's largest two-wheeler manufacturer, along with diversified interests across sectors including financial services, higher education, real estate, electronics, and IT-enabled services. Hero Future Energies is aiming to be a key support pillar in India's energy transition journey. At the same time, it also aspires to be an end-to-end partner for clients in the commercial and industrial sector in their sustainability journey. Building technologies for future requires a leader who can envision that path and lead its team to achieve inspirational outcomes. And the person who we are talking about is Mr. Srivatsan Iyer, Global Chief Executive Officer at Hero Future Energies. Hello, Mr. Iyer, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Mr. Iyer, you've been in the energy sector for a substantial period of time. What are the transitions that you're seeing globally in the energy production sector?
I guess the major transition we all have to talk about that's been in the public domain is the transition from what I call conventional or dirty energy to clean energy. This is something that's happening in every region of the world, albeit at different paces, where people are beginning to realize that a move to clean or renewable energy makes sense both from an economic perspective, because the cost of power is cheaper, but also is absolutely necessary for sustainability goals that countries and companies have set for themselves. So we see a fairly, I'd say, exponential rise in the generation of power through solar and wind and associated technologies. And I'd say a moratorium or a significant slowdown in new power capacity coming from coal or natural gas or other conventional sources of power. And that's really something that's taken off, I'd say, over the last decade. We see that only accelerating probably over the next 2 decades if we have to meet our goals of 1.5 degrees C of warming. And so in a nutshell, that's the largest change we are seeing globally in the energy space.
You've been part of the key leadership team that has accelerated the growth of the company over the last few months. Can you talk to us about this?
See, there's two things. One is the potential of renewable energy in India is so large, a company like us really has to pick and choose where we're going to play. Ideally, we'd like to play in everything, but the potential is so large, there's not, I'd say, enough players really to meet the demand that exists in India alone. Our thought has been, let's make sure that we have a coherent strategy and a robust strategy that's consistent for the long haul. So we don't look at this as a 3-year business or a 5-year business. I build the asset, I sell it to somebody else and move on. We're going to build and hold for 30 years. And so our strategy really is to diversify our risk, diversify the technologies, and make sure that we participate in the segments that have the most impact from a sustainability standpoint and offer the shareholders attractive returns. And so our strategy is to focus on newer technologies, solar, wind, hybrid, battery storage, green hydrogen, maybe green molecules in the future, and diversify geographical presence. We're looking at Bangladesh and Vietnam and the UK.
So diversification is definitely a good idea, but there is competition from many companies, many different kind of fuels, and innovations also happening. What is the role of IoT, AI, ML in bringing efficiencies in current processes? Are you deploying these in your plants? Are they in the pipeline? Can you talk about that?
Obviously, IoT, AI, ML is the flavor of the month or the year, whichever way you want to look at it. But it's not just a flavor, it's actually very tangible technology that can help improve almost any business. We've been working to deploy these solutions in our plants for the last 2 years or so. So for example, we have robotic cleaning. So these solar modules had to be cleaned to remove the dust. We use robots to do that now. We use drones to actually carry out inspections of the wind turbines because they are at 150 meter heights. We even use drones to clean the blades. We are using AI ML based tools to look at generation from solar modules and wind turbines to see 2 things. What are the suboptimal generation patterns that we can spot and therefore improve? And next is, how do we predict failures and then fix them before they actually happen? And so these are the ways we've been deploying, I'd say, AI, ML and IoT tools.
Right. So technology is of course transforming many things, but there is still a belief that technology without the human touch is worth nothing. So how important is a happy workforce for an efficient outcome? And have you taken any initiatives at the leadership level to ensure that you have a happy workforce?
We've done a lot of things that I believe are fundamentally different. And they're different not just in the Indian context, but I'd say in any context in the world. Right around COVID, we obviously, as you know, the entire world migrated to working from home. We took that as an opportunity to reflect and say, what is it that we are trying to achieve here? What we're trying to achieve is to have a healthy workforce, productive workforce, and focus on outcomes rather than input. And so back in March of 21, really just even a year into COVID, we migrated to a work from anywhere and work anytime policy. And that gives the people the flexibility to say, I will work when I have to and where I have to. And so this flexibility that we offer our workforce, I think, is unique. There's not very many companies that are doing that. At the same time, we've reorganized our office to be more open concept, more open space, flex workstations rather than predetermined offices. And that's to encourage people to come in when they need to.
That's very heartening. Now, given the lineage of the Hero Group and the fact that you're already, doing sustainability for the society, are you doing more when it comes to CSR? Could you talk about some of your CSR initiatives?
Yeah. We've got 3 pillars in the company. One is climate positive, and we take care of that through our base business by making sure we provide sustainable, clean energy. The other is water positive, because we all know water is a scarce resource, at least in parts of India. And the third we call people positive. How do we uplift people? Our CSR activities take care of the water positive and people positive. So we have water ATMs in the villages and communities around where our current assets are, where people can get access to, I call it free water, right? So we connect it, we provide the infrastructure, the power and everything. The other is water check dams, where we help villages especially minimize rainwater runoff, so water can be stored for longer. It does 2 things. It offers water year-round for irrigation, so people can use their farms year-round rather than just one planting season. And the other thing it does is to replenish the groundwater as well. So it's got 2 benefits. And so these are 2 initiatives that we're really proud of. And the third one is the people positive. We run computer training centers, we run skill centers for village women. where we train them on specific skills like tailoring or beautician training and so on. And there's also a set of Asha centers where they provide after school coaching for school students between 3rd and 8th class. So after school they can come for an hour or two and get extra support on basic subjects like English and mathematics and Hindi.
What role do you see Hero Future Energies playing in India's energy transition and in India's energy security in the future?
I hope we are going to play a leading role. Are we going to be the largest renewable energy player? That's never been our ambition. Do we want to be the best energy player? Absolutely. Do we want to be the most innovative player? Absolutely. As this technology and landscape keeps evolving, we want to be a step ahead and say, what's the next step in the energy transition? And whether it's green hydrogen, whether it's green methanol, whether it's EV charging, whether it's carports, whether it's battery storage only. And that's the role I see for us, as being a nimble, agile, leading player that deploys the latest technologies.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ayer, for speaking with us.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
With that, we head into a short break. Stay tuned and keep watching GMO Media Presents India's Finest Workplaces. Welcome back after the break. You're watching GMO Media Presents India's Finest Workplaces, and today we're talking about India's premier renewable energy independent power producer, Hero Future Energies.
New policy being introduced across various different countries that we can take advantage of. Sometimes we see that come through in the form of incentives that we can use in our projects. At the same time, the worldwide transition is bringing with it really fast changes in technology, which we can incorporate into our strategy. It's giving us great uplifts in basically both on the generation side and trying to improve the cost effectiveness of our projects. So that's giving us a great plus. Of course, not everything to do with the transition is smooth sailing. We do have some policy changes occasionally that go against us, as you'd always expect. Also with fast changing kind of technology market, you find that technological obsolescence comes up, and we've seen that in a few cases with certain technologies. We have to have built into our strategy the kind of nimbleness and adaptability. We have to adjust very fast to new technologies and make sure we're at the forefront of the latest technologies in order to succeed. So on the whole, it's opened up immense opportunities for us. Of course there are challenges. It's very exciting though. We enjoy the challenges, and if we carry on being focused on innovative technologies and executing our projects as effectively and efficiently as we can, we're very confident that we can succeed throughout the transition. India has its own very aggressive carbon reduction targets. We of course want to play a very major role in bringing online new projects. We're developing solar, wind, other projects specifically to help with increasing India's renewable energy capacity. We have a long-term vision around basically making the world a better and more sustainable place. That's our long-term vision, and doing that through the effective use of kind of innovative clean tech solutions. Now that's our kind of long-term vision. In terms of specific goals and objectives, technology has to be key to it, so we have to have that fully integrated into everything we do and remain at the forefront of all the technology in the sector. In terms of growing, we have some we aspire to some very ambitious targets in terms of trying to increase our operations by about 5-fold in 5 years, which is a very ambitious target, but you have to have ambitious targets. That's what we're going for.
The key driver of Hero Future Energy's successful journey spanning a decade has been the passion and commitment of its highly qualified personnel who thrive in an immaculate atmosphere that enables them to innovate, grow, and convert challenges into opportunities. An environment that ensures inclusion for all, beyond cultures and genders, and fosters both professional and personal growth by providing endless opportunities. The golden legacy of Hero Group has been the fuel that is firing Hero Future Energies from a startup to a company with a global presence. And to talk about the company and its work culture, we are now joined by the Head of Human Resources, Bhavna Mittal. Thank you so much, Bhavna, for joining us.
Thank you, and thanks to you and your team for being here.
Bhavna, what is the value system that HFE has implemented in the company, given your legacy of the very people-centric Hero Group?
So you said it all. You started with the word legacy, and let me start from there. So when we were starting on our journey of Hero Future Energies in the year 2012, we ensured that whatever Hero Group stands for, its value system, culture and ethos, we will adapt that, inculcate and imbibe and exhibit to the entire world that these are the principles that have led to Hero Group's success, and we will walk on the same path. Trust and relating to people are the cornerstones of our business philosophy. In whatever we do, we carry these two simple principles. This is a teaching taught by our Chairman Emeritus, Dr. BML Munjal. We carry on these teachings by him and by other Munjal family members. I must add this, that all the members in Munjal family carry the legacy of driving values across the board. Respect, trust and transparency are the ones that stand out. Whenever we have interacted with the family members, we've realized that the kind of humbleness they carry is remarkable. Also, just to state that this year happens to be the centenary birthday year of Dr. BML Munjal, and we are relearning all what he taught us, and we are ensuring that our teams also know what we stand for and work with us.
Bhavna, the work culture at HFE says that there is a display of transparency at every level. Can you explain to us what this is?
Every company has delegation of authority metrics. For us, it's not limited to the CMD and the CEO or the heads of departments. It goes down to the last leg. We believe that those who are accountable for a job, those who are the decision makers, they are the best judge to know where and how to spend, and they will take the right decisions. This is part of a transparent culture. We believe in them, and we know if they face any issue, they'll come up to us. Second example I'll say is our open door policy. Our CMD, CEO and all our department heads are accessible at any point of time. You don't need to take multiple approvals or wait for multiple weeks to seek a meeting with anyone. So that's part of the culture that we have inherited, inculcated, imbibed, and we're practicing.
Hero Future Energies has fostered an environment of trust within our workspace, and since the environment is very flexible, it allows all the colleagues to be more transparent and open in every way of communication, and this itself nurtures a very flexible environment and allows us to explore and learn new skills and knowledge.
HFE has adopted a unique policy of work from anywhere. It gives us liberty to work at our convenience. It's a boon for us as we can better balance our professional as well as personal responsibilities. And it is one example of HFE's employee-centric approach, which boosts our creativity and efficiency.
At HFE, we believe in open and transparent communication. All project progress and company updates are shared time to time. At end of month, town halls are conducted where everyone joins virtually. Our CMD and CEO shares information about project progress, milestones achieved and any other company updates during the town hall meetings. Regular emails and WhatsApp groups are another mode of communication where information is being shared time to time. This keeps us updated and informed even during the work from home model.
The company values and promotes a diverse and inclusive workplace. Our team also comprises of diverse set of people who bring diverse and unique set of skills which make HFE a great and exciting place to work. HFE family has always given space to all streams of thought and allowed them to flourish, which ultimately results in positive outcomes in alignment with the common organizational goals. HFE has an exciting policy of work from anywhere, which definitely helps us in maintaining healthy work-life balance, and I firmly believe this policy is really beneficial for female employees like us.
Do you also have a credible rewards and recognition program for the employees? Does it motivate them? Does it benefit?
Oh, sure. Thank you for bringing this up. This is very dear to not only my heart but HFE's heart. We have a structured reward and recognition program. Every year, or say every year and a half, we announce a challenge that all superlative performances and achievements and innovations will be rewarded. Of course, there's a structured process through our reward and recognition committee, but our chairman is so passionate about this topic that he comes up with a challenge. And to quote, in the year 2019, we took top 20 performers to the Cricket World Cup London, and that was a remarkable lifelong, I'll say, experience for all those who traveled with the chairman. Last year, 2022 November, a team of 10 people went to Qatar for FIFA World Cup along with the chairman. Apart from this, we keep on getting challenging milestones from our chairman, and just to quote, in the year 2016, our chairman announced that the day we are a 1,000 megawatt operating company, we will go to Bangkok. And we went, 200 people traveled to Bangkok with the chairman.
Big party.
So we keep on looking for such opportunities, and the team remains passionate and motivated to hear, participate and accomplish.
Improve.
Yes, improve.
That's great. Thank you so much, Bhavna, for
Thank you.
speaking with us.
Thanks.
As nations emphasize on green energy to drive comprehensive and sustainable development and build back better world gains momentum, Hero Future Energies is poised to provide clean tech solutions to industries, businesses and governments and assist in their energy transition at competitive cost. The company is ambitious about tapping into the plethora of opportunities that lie in both domestic and overseas markets, as well as new technologies, namely energy storage, hybrid projects, floating solar and green hydrogen. So this was the story of Hero Future Energies, an organization that is spinning a clean energy revolution globally. We'll be back with another fascinating story in GMO Media presents India's finest workplaces. Thanks for watching.